My leadership at this institution is personal. Meharry changed my dad's life and made my life possible. As an alumnus is one who remains connected to their institution, who works on behalf of their institution, who encourages others to come to their alma mater, and who gives back financially. The Guardians understand that. They know that the continued existence of this national treasure depends upon resources, and they understand that those who have benefited by their Meharry education should give back. They understand that Meharry Medical College was founded a little more than a decade after the Civil War, at a time when ex-slaves were being ravaged with communicable diseases and many maladies that were not being taken care of by the rest of the community. And so that legacy is that we were born out of a need to take care of ex-slaves, that 130 plus years later, we now take care of everybody. They are a very special group of alumni who really have bought into that mission. And they manifest it by the fact that they've contributed back to the institution, that they have managed to become successful financially, that they have balanced the need to take care of their families and their practices and their businesses, but yet still remember that the platform for their success has been this national treasure called Meharry Medical College.
Meharry extends or gives a certain amount of camaraderie to the students, a type of friendship, a bond that you don't receive a lot of times in some of the other institutions. I think they should remember that Meharry started out more than 125 years ago due to the generosity of the Meharry brothers.
Well, from the time I was 4 or 5 years old, I wanted to be an MD, a doctor.
My name is Fred D. Parrott, MD, class of 1958.
Sure, I'm Dr. Nelson Adams. I'm a Meharry graduate, class of 1978, School of Medicine. I live in Miami, Florida, and I practice obstetrics and gynecology.
My name is George C. Hill, MD, and I graduated from Meharry in the class of 1958. My major specialty was general surgery.
I'm Dr. Robert Jackson. I'm from the class of 1978.
My name is Dr. Edith Smith-Ray Ford. I am the class of 1988.
My name is Giselle Dean Simpson from Miami, Florida. I graduated from Meharry in the class of 1950.
David Chube, and my practice is in Gary, Indiana.
George C. Hale, Senior, MD, class of 1956, specialty internal medicine.
I'm Frank Royal from Richmond, Virginia, class of 1968. I'm married with 3 adult children, 10 grandchildren.
I'm Dr. Jimmy Sheets, dental class of 1974, Meharry Medical College, School of Dentistry.
I started about 1951.
My full name, Terry Scott Ball. I'm the class of 1978, and I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and I'm practicing family medicine in the city of Detroit.
I'm Samuel P. Adams. I graduated from Meharry Medical College in Nashville, Tennessee in 1949. I chose to train in the specialty of anesthesiology.
My name is Lorenzo Ferguson, MD, class of 1977, and my specialty is general surgery. I'm currently very, very active in the training and teaching of surgical residents.
Edgar Mandeville, grew up in New York City, went to Lincoln University in Pennsylvania, and then subsequently went to Meharry Medical College, which has formed the basis of the rest of my life.
I would say in my generation, 95% of the doctors would not have been doctors if it had not been for a place like Meharry.
There's a huge medical complex there known as MCV, the Medical College of Virginia. And of course, I enthusiastically sent in my curriculum, my transcript. They said, "Dear Mr. Williams, we have received your application, but unfortunately we have our quota of Negroes and Jews."
I give to Meharry because Meharry has allowed me to give so much to the community.
I met Tipkins Hood who is an orthopedic surgeon. When he moved on, I carried on his dreams.
Meharry taught me how to be a man.
Meharry is me. I would not be able to practice the medicine.
Meharry has given me an opportunity that few Americans have ever had. It allowed me to come to school, professional school, with literally no resources.
I support Meharry because without Meharry, I would not be who I am today. In my wildest dream, I would not expect to have come so far in such a short period of time.
Everything that I have accomplished, I attribute to Meharry.
And I didn't think that there was anyone who cared more about my plight in life than my teachers.
Their staff, their faculty, they're wonderful. They're great. They're dedicated to teaching, and they pour their whole heart into it.
Meharry is a small college, and the smallness really brought out the essence of family, communities working together.
Meharry has enabled me to actually provide for my family, educate my children.
When I'm giving to Meharry, it's like I'm giving to the daughter that I haven't had.
The question could better be, do you support yourself? Because as I look back on my life and what I've become and what I've done professionally, Meharry is an essential part of that. So it's like saying, do you support yourself and who you are and what you've become?
To provide scholarships for students who are inspired.
Give back to society to support things that help others raise themselves up.
Now that I realize that I am in that position, that I have to step up to the plate and give back on the same level in order for the legacy to continue at Meharry.
Well, I support Meharry basically the same reason I support my family, because they supported me. Over the years, I just made it a point to, whenever I had anything extra, I made sure that Meharry got some of it.
It's almost a Sheet's motto, is that if all you can do is help those closest to you, you really haven't done enough.
I support him 100%. Meharry did a lot for Dr. Caesar, and for him to give back, it's a beautiful thing.
You give to those things that have been contributory to you and have helped make you who you are, like it or not.
So I continue to try to send money to Meharry. I want to send more when I'm dead and gone. And I think that's the best way you can inform what you think is important in the world.
It may not be a large sum of money, but the act of giving does not necessarily involve the size of the amount of giving, but it's the willingness to give out of the heart.
Give back and give from your heart.
Meharry is a part of my budget. It's automatic. I feel that this is the way it should be.
Every month, my bank takes out a certain amount for Meharry, and I had better have that amount in there by the 2nd of each month, because they take it out and send to Meharry on the 2nd of each month. And this is a very easy way to give, and then you don't have to worry about writing a check or just waiting until you come to one of the reunions to give.
Now, you know that I have had financial reverses like everybody else during this time. Mega bucks outlaws, big time. But I thought, Meharry and institutions like Meharry, historically black schools, the opera, the arts, they are bigger than us. They must continue.
You have to make a sacrifice to do things that you think are worthwhile.
Lifestyle. You want a new car, you can have a new car. I don't need one.
And I think, you couldn't be a better cause than Meharry.
It's all about making the commitment. Whatever you can give, just give.
I pray that the next generation does better than we have.
You have just seen a glimpse of what has motivated the guardians of our legacy to give to Meharry Medical College. You can be a guardian too. If you believe as strongly as we do in our mission of training tomorrow's healthcare leaders, then consider becoming a Guardian today by joining the Royal Society. Many of the guardians of our legacy came to Meharry during an era of segregation and discrimination. We left Meharry with a strong sense of commitment and a desire to give back so that Meharry would be here for all future generations of healthcare leaders. Won't you help us ensure that this legacy continues?